Oh, you're really close. We all knew this was happening. That Dragon Ball in the title. I hate you.
That's alright, the title I'm hearing anyway.
I believe that's Seán Schemmel. It is Seán Schemmel. I see you. I'm being a creeper today. He wasn't there at Kamehacon, therefore I get him here.
Creep star.
I see you. Move you. Move.
Oh, there we go.
Ah.
I figured it out. I figured out the microphone. Hi. Hello, everyone. What was that? All right. That's what I expect from a Dragon Ball Super panel. Thank you, guys. Day one of Anime Expo. Who's excited? That's what I like to hear. Hi, my name is Lauren. I'm from Funimation, and I will be your host for this panel. We've got some special guests here today. This is going to be a pretty relaxed, fun panel. We're going to ask some questions. You guys are going to have a chance to ask questions. Sound good?
Yeah.
All right. What? This is my panel. So you guys, right off the bat, you can get Dragon Ball Super on home video right now. And we actually have some exclusives at our booth. If you guys didn't know, if you haven't had a chance to check out the exhibit hall yet, we have a giant Funimation booth that's right at the front. You can get parts 1 through 4, and we also have some exclusives. We have a Frieza Scouter. We also have a Dragon Ball Goku set. And for anyone who came in, if you didn't get one of these Dragon Ball Super Bandai trading card sets, don't worry, give us about an hour after the panel's done. We'll have some at the Funimation booth and we'll get you taken care of. Sound good? Cool. Also, if everyone wants to wave to this camera, we have a bunch of people watching on the Twitch stream back home. Hi. I know you guys can't join us, but you're here in spirit.
Down the back.
So without further ado, let's bring our special guest to the stage. First up. Oh man, no pressure. First up on the stage, we have Monica Rial. Hello, hi. And you get your choice of where you'd like to sit. Let me grab another mic. Perfect.
I'll sit over here. Yeah. They might make me move, but I can see them already.
All right.
Hi, everybody. How are you?
Next up, we're gonna bring Sonny Strait to the stage.
Kamehameha, babies.
And last but certainly not least, Seán Schemmel.
Why weren't you at Kamehacon?
Let's wait. I'll do the Kamehameha. Now I feel a little better. I feel like some of the pressure's off. You guys can do all my ha's for me.
Yeah.
I'll just do the Kamehameha parts.
It's a little more relaxed.
A little stunt voice acting
A
there.
little easier than a usual workday.
Yes.
A little load on.
My word, this is a pack. This is wonderful.
Woo!
This is amazing.
Yeah. We've got people here in the audience. We also have people at home watching on Twitch.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, wow.
Oh wow.
Hi. Hi, Twitch.
I'll make sure I don't do this. Oh wait, sorry.
The camera's over there. Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot. Hi, guys. How you doing?
Hi.
How's your Anime Expo going?
It's been great. It's fun.
Thank
I've
you
been
for
up
being
since
here.
3:30 a.m.
Didn't you fly in this morning? Did you fly in this
Yeah, I
morning?
wish I could say I was partying all night, but I flew in this morning.
She's a trooper.
Who was up partying till 3:30 a.m.?
This guy.
It's a pretty responsible crowd, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm
We
kind
didn't
of
do
proud
much.
of you
We
all.
just
I'm kind of proud of
went
you
in
all.
early.
Well, let's jump into it. We've got some Q&A questions that I'm going to ask you guys, and then we'll also open it up for these fine people to ask you some questions as well.
And I want that Prince shirt. That shirt's great. I love that Prince shirt. Sorry, I see.
It is great.
when you travel, you see all kinds of different clothes you never think of buying, and that's something I would never think of buying that I want. A shirt with prints on it, looking all princey. Sorry, let's do some questions.
I mean, not to digress from Prince.
I have a lot of questions
Yeah.
for her, actually.
I'm a fan.
So, jumping right in, so we're going to really be focusing on the dub today, because we have our dub actors here. I know some of you guys may have watched ahead in the sub. Let's all be cool and not do spoilers.
I don't know anything. Don't tell me. It'll ruin it for me.
Don't ruin it. Don't ruin it. Be
I know
cool.
a little bit.
That's our general rule for the panel today.
Aw.
You guys getting some free stuff. You're going to get to ask some questions, and in return, we just ask, be cool. Right? Be cool.
Yeah.
Was that a joke?
No, it's just.
Is there a
Like,
Okay.
like, no, it's just funny the way you delivered it to me. It was like, be cool.
So, what's you guys' favorite storyline in Super so far? Like, we're gonna start with the hard-hitting questions right off the bat.
So are we talking
question.
like storyline like future Trunks? Or are we talking-
Storyline.
Like, or side storyline where they, go on vacation.
No. where they
Main
go.
Main
storyline.
storyline.
We'll get there.
Okay,
All right.
so I'm a little selfish.
All the ones with Bulma.
I also feel like I should be doing the Bulma voice. So excuse me. Hello. Doesn't sound like me normally. I'm gonna go with the future Trunks arc. I think
that's really great. Yeah.
Because it features my son, who is phenomenal.
And a genius. You have to say he's a genius.
And a genius. And also, I actually got to be a part of the action, which is so rare.
You traveled through time?
I got to hang out with you
Oh,
guys.
that's right,
and
that's
actually
right. I was
go
thinking about you as a
places.
person, not. Okay,
It's not
sorry.
like when you left me on Namek for 28 episodes.
Sorry.
But now, like, I actually got to be a part of everything. And I thought it was really good. It had a nice mix of comedy, yet the drama. Which
I love how Bulma's just sassing the gods. She's just
Dude.
sassing them. She doesn't care if the whole. I'm telling you. And she's just. I love it. She has no fear.
I love it. You guys, I can't tell you how much I love it.
Can we talk about my favorite story arc? I don't know if we can talk about it if it's come out yet.
What?
The little search that we did.
Oh, the one where me and Krillin go get some magic herb for Master Roshi.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of.
Hey, I didn't
Talk
draw
about
it.
that?
I just voice acted in
You
it.
can.
I mean, yeah,
you can
we're not
talk
really
around
for or
it.
against legalization, but we
Apparently
we had
Master
fun
Roshi
talking
is.
about it. Yeah.
4.
Yeah.
That was a fun episode.
Yeah,
I
it was
really
fun.
enjoyed that a lot. We
But
made a
that's-
lot of funny jokes that we can't release.
My favorite episode, though, is when Krillin asked Goku to punch him as hard as he can.
Oh, yes!
He's like, yeah, just hit me as hard as you can, man. Let's see what happens. He goes flying through a house and then through a wall, and it's like, and he just had a couple of bruises the next day. Not a big deal. It's a good thing to know. How much damage can you sustain from a Super Saiyan punching?
I have no idea. I've not been punched by one, but
I have.
Mine, I guess, would be that I do like the Future Trunks business because it gets so serious and it's so cool. I did enjoy of course, I enjoyed playing Goku Black. That was cathartic. I finally got to say something nasty. That was fun. And those are my favorite. But we'll get to, I know there's more questions coming that I get to talk about other parts of the show because I look backstage. I snuck on your computer, so I know.
There are.
Okay,
You set me
I'm
up for
ready.
my next question.
I know I'm ready.
It's like
What
you're
is
a
it?
professional, like you've done this before. My next question is, what's your favorite side story?
I know mine.
Go for
All
it.
the ones with Bulma.
Well, no, I actually really, really enjoyed the baseball episode.
Oh, yeah.
And it was
That's
a
going
lot
to be my
of fun.
vote, too.
I like to harass Sabat, right? So Christopher Sabat, the voice of Vegeta. He plays Yamcha and Vegeta. And so I thought it would be really, really fun if Bulma like maybe flirted just a little bit more with Yamcha. Like, hey Yamcha, how you doing? So I got to mess with Chris Sabat's head, and that's always fun. Anytime you can mess with Vegeta, that's the best.
I'm this close to FaceTiming Chris to see what he says, but let's see if he'll pick up. Should I do it?
Make a FaceTime audio call to Chris Sabat.
He's in.
Making a FaceTime audio call to Chris Sabat.
That's not how you say his name. Oh wait, not audio. Hang on, wrong one. Hang on, let me try.
Make a FaceTime call to Chris Sabat.
Making a FaceTime call to Chris Sabat.
This is really happening.
Then I feel like I'm having a British conversation. It's fun. Let's see if he picks up. He's on vacation, and I want to make fun of him that he's not on the panel. If he doesn't,
They're
pick
going
up,
to bother
we'll
him
move
on vacation.
Will it work? Or was it gonna? Oh, it says FaceTime.
Unavailable.
Oh, boo. I told him beforehand I might FaceTime.
Call
He's
rejected.
like, do it. So I tried. Didn't work. So my favorite side story is I love the baseball episode. I love when Vegeta goes on vacation. I like it when Goku gets sick and gets delayed onset disorder. He gets delayed onset energy delayed disorder or something. I love that. I love I love the scenes. It's not a side story, but I love the scenes with Zeno and the button. He's calling anytime. It'll be great. I got somebody. He's just lying to him. He doesn't care. I'll get somebody trained and fight with you. He doesn't care. I love that. So, Sonny, did you answer? I was trying to call Chris. I'm sorry.
I like the baseball one too, but I also liked when your character lies and say that we're going on a picnic, a space picnic. It's like, that may be the first time Goku's lied about anything. But then I got to play my wife, Bulma, and Marin. I got to do all the voices. It's fun.
You should never trust anyone who says that you're going on a space picnic. I feel like
Space picnic.
That's word. That's
Savage
law.
just told me, he said they implemented strict cell phone driving laws in Georgia and the police are on the lookout. Now, why that's funny is if you've ever ridden in the car with Chris, he likes to FaceTime while he's driving his kids. So I'm in the passenger seat, he's like, I gotta call my kids. Hey, how's it going, kids? I'm like, dude, they're gonna watch you die if you don't, I'm fine.
Now, does he drive well when he does that?
Actually, he does.
Okay,
It's kind of
there you
impressive. He's kind of talented at it, but it scares the crap out of me.
I think you should have to take a test.
So I figured he'd just pick up, but apparently because of the Georgia laws, he's not gonna pick up. Is what he said.
That's his excuse.
That's very nice of
That's
him.
his excuse. But in any other state, he'd be picking up, driving with the kids.
All right. So I kind of want to dig into the pop culture a little bit.
Yeah.
I think it's no surprise to anyone in this room that Dragon Ball is this hugely insane, just beast of a franchise.
It's a unique franchise
Yeah.
amongst franchises in the sense that, and I liken it, of course, to some of my favorite bands, but it's got this like cult following that's always hardcore. And then it has this massive fringe that likes it compared to other things, kind of hardcore, but not so much. And when you add it all together, it is massive, and it's all over the world. You know, but anyway, ask the question. Sorry, I just got excited about
No,
the
that
question.
was it. I mean, did you envision it there?
I didn't envision it, but I had a gut feeling. Like
Yeah.
I just expected. Well, it's on TV. It's a great show. It should be huge. I didn't expect it to just.
But you didn't
like,
expect to go 20 years.
I didn't expect when we finished Z that they're gonna go like, okay, we're gonna do a movie. Okay, cool. We're gonna do another movie. Okay, we're gonna do Super. I'm like, what's going on with Kira Toriyama? I gotta call him. I don't even know him. Hey, Mr. Toriyama, I was just wondering, could you stop? Because I'm screaming my ass off here, and I'm trying to... No, I'm thrilled, actually. I was actually thrilled. I can't believe... And I really want you to think about this from just a truly emotional perspective. Here we all are in this room together, just because one guy was drawing something, 25, 30, 40 years ago, it looks like almost now, when they first started doing Dragon Ball. And here we all have something that we share and enjoy to this day for 20 years.
To this massive audience.
And it's amazing. Look at that. I bet you all make friends that way. It's crazy. And the stories I hear, people losing loved ones or connecting or getting married or whatever life people live with Dragon Ball in their lives. They name their kids Gohan and Goten.
Yeah.
I was at a convention, and a soldier who had fought in Iraq came over and he said, hey, and I signed something for him. He said, I just want to let you know that my buddy and I were fighting and he didn't make it. But he and I we would watch Dragon Ball Z, and we related to Krillin because we were just as scared as he was. He said, but I want you to know I'm going to put this on his grave. And I was just like, oh my God.
Yeah, I didn't know how to handle stuff
and
like
I was
that.
just like, I can't believe this show moves people like that, but it's amazing.
It's a wonderful gift to be a part of. It's just sitting here with you guys today. It's amazing.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, it's in rappers are watching Dragon Ball Super.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, NFL players. It's
I've met
insane.
some of them.
Even
They go
epic rap
nuts,
battles
yeah.
do it.
I gave a football player, I think it was a stacked unit, because he was big, but he wasn't as big as Refrigerator Perry. And I go, you're the size of a stacked washer dryer unit. That's going to be your nickname, Stacked Unit Jones. He thought that was hilarious. So I gave him a nickname. I was trying to do it. I don't watch a lot of football, so I was trying to play. It didn't work.
Bridging the gap.
I was
Bridging
trying.
the gap.
I was working. I was trying to.
Between sports ball and anime.
Sports ball and anime. And I was telling Chris the other day, I'm like, I was thinking about any other future Dragon Ball stuff. I don't know if you guys have heard, but Goku's going to be the mascot of the 2020 Olympics in Tokyo.
That's awesome.
I'm like, I keep thinking this is going to be done. I'm like, no, I think I'm going to be 50 this year, and I'm like, I'm going to be doing this the rest of my life, just like Masako, and bless her heart. And so I'm like, okay, I got to keep it going. So I'm basically, this is what I'm doing. So, and I'm here to stay, so I'm excited.
Professional Goku.
That's what I do. I just write it on my I just put it when I sign check Goku done. Oh, okay, it's cool.
Yeah, anytime I want to feel famous, I just put on a Krillin t-shirt and walk around town. I love that show. And I went, well, if you love that show, I'll tell you.
Dude, here's what you gotta do, and it was the bane of my existence. You should get a Dragon Ball Z wallet, because what happens is you're going to buy stuff, you're getting your wallet out, it's right there, and the person behind the counter usually watches Dragon Ball. Hey, you watch Dragon Ball? Then they look at the wallet, then they look at you, and they go, oh my god, there's one right there. And then the next thing you know, you're talking about Dragon Ball, not getting your shopping done, which is fine. So I got rid of the wallet and had to get a different one, because I was like, every time I go somewhere, I buy a Starbucks. Hey, you watch oh my god! I'm like, here we go again. So, if you really want to feel famous, get the Dragon Ball wallet and walk around with that.
I don't want to.
It's given me legitimacy with my dad, so does anybody have a Hispanic dad?
Oh.
Okay, so you know how they are, right? What are you doing with this creative crap? You go get a real job, yeah? So that's my dad, and so I've worked on so much anime, and he's like, Monica, this is not a real job. And then I land Bulma, right? And he's like, oh, Monica. Everybody knows about the balls of the dragon. It's like, Dad, it's called Dragon Ball.
That is the best Dragon Ball quote I've ever heard. I'm serious. Even better than what we make up. Everyone has heard about the balls of the dragon. I put that on a t-shirt.
Spread the word about the balls of the dragon, please.
My dad will be so proud. But now, anytime we go out to eat anywhere, right? And he'll ask the waiter, like, do you watch the animes?
Have you heard of the balls of the dragon?
He does! Have you heard of the balls of the dragon? My daughter plays Bulifama.
Bulifama.
It is. And
But that's what legitimized me in my dad's eyes with Bulma.
so you got dad's respect, man.
Yeah, finally it's okay that I'm an actor.
After 500 anime roles.
After 20 years.
20 years of working.
Well, in Dragon Ball Z saved my family relationship with my mother too, because she was always saying, you need to go back to school and get your CPA. And she said that until she heard me on television.
Oh.
And then she's like, oh, my son's a superhero.
That's really
Up until then, it was like, you need to go back to school. Like, no, I can't.
But I drew this amazing. It's all right.
No. Your cartoon drawings are fine, but still.
Aww. All right, who is your favorite new character that's been introduced
I love
in
Zeno.
Super?
I love Zeno's voice. I love the scene with Goku and Zeno. I love Beerus and Whis a lot.
Whis.
A lot.
Whis is like my favorite.
When I'm doing Beerus scenes, I try to do my Jason Douglas impression, which is just I am planet. Let's always got a glass of sherry or something. I love Jason Douglas.
I think Beerus and Whis, and it makes sense that they carried on from the first movie because they are such powerful characters.
Yeah.
But I also like the intergalactic space cop, Jocko.
Jocko!
What a great character
Jocko was
that
awesome
is,
also.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, I would have to agree. I think Jocko's awesome. I think Todd is so great
Todd's
as
great.
Jocko too. He's so funny. Beerus especially though, so here's a little tidbit of trivia. Jason Douglas and I went to college together.
Whoa.
And he's actually the person who got me into anime voice acting. So Beerus got Bulma into voice acting way back when. So when I got to slap him, I was really excited until he slapped me right back. Yeah.
That's so cool. What do we do next?
So which character do you think deserves more screen time?
Goku.
Krillin.
One more time?
Goku.
Krillin.
Bulma.
I'm a big Bubbles fan. I really am.
I hear some Yamcha.
Yes,
Some
Yamcha.
Yamcha. Some Lord Yamcha.
You know, Chris wants that manga that's in Japan. You know that manga that's about Yamcha's
Yamcha, yeah.
perspective of Dragon Ball after he gets killed? Savin wants that made into an anime so bad. That's what I'd like to see, is that anime made.
Someone asked me in a panel once, what is Krillin's greatest strength? And I said, he's not Yamcha.
Oh my god.
Poor
And
Yamcha.
Chris was on the panel, and Chris said, hey!
And no one deigns to kill Bulma or fight her, even though she can't fight. She's powerful with her mouth alone.
We're all scared of her.
Ron, my fiance, always likes to say that Bulma is the Iron Man of Dragon Ball.
True.
Because, like, if she really wanted
she has
to
the
create...
tech.
Yeah, she has the tech. She's got the money. If she really wanted to create a suit and fight, I'm waiting.
Yeah, that's what Bulma needs. She needs an Iron Man suit that she made.
That would be cool.
That would be awesome.
Basically.
Bulma.
So if you had a chance, what other characters would you voice?
Goku.
One more time?
Goku. Vegeta.
I want to see
I
that.
would love that.
I would love to see you play Vegeta. That would be awesome.
I think it'd be pretty rad if Chris and I just switched parts. So Chris and I
Yeah.
play opposite each other a lot in anime,
True.
which is weird because our voices are so polar opposites. So I think it'd be kind of fun to hear his take on Bulma and my take on Vegeta. That's all I can do, though. That's all you got.
I don't know. There's a lot of other characters I really any character that gets to be mean. Like,
Yeah?
well, because I play the goody two-shoe guy all the time,
Yeah.
generally, and so Chris has the choice lines. Maybe that's Chris. Then Chris has the choice lines. Bulma has the Son. You guys all have the choice lines. I get the choice kamehamehas and the choice badass moments generally, but when it comes to like the really juicy, Vegeta lines or whatever, that would be really fun to play. I would really
Yeah,
enjoy
it's
that.
nice to play villains.
Yeah, villains are fun.
You were so good at it, too. I haven't seen you
villains
since
or-
then.
all
Yes,
right.
I loved it.
Oh, what are you talking about?
Watching Goku Black and all that.
Oh,
I was
Goku! Like, I thought you were talking about. I was like, what are you talking about? Goku's the hero. What are you, no.
That and your little giggle.
So, so the characters are named after food, right? We've got
Some-
Whis, Beerus,
Chestnuts.
Kakarot, except
Yes,
for
Kakarot. Yes.
Bulma, who's named after
Gohan.
clothing.
Raw.
So what's another food that would be cool to base a new character off
I said
of?
this backstage. Coffee.
You did say
I
this.
think, yeah, all of the beverages, the warm beverages. Like you have hot chocolate, you have this would be one family or one
warm beverages?
or one race. Yeah, they would be like coffee, hot tea, or cappuccino,
Matcha.
hot chocolate,
Green tea.
matcha, yeah.
What would that look like?
Matcha's the
I have
best.
no idea what they look like. Yeah.
Like you threw out coffee. Did you immediately
I
have
just
like
pictured
like
he powered
a
up
character?
with, coffee beans instead of senza beans. That's what I pictured,
With the ability
He's
to
like, hang on a
grind
second.
their enemies.
It's too hot. Hang on, I'll power up in a second.
By the way,
Americano! Completely unrelated but related note. They made that joke in Super about it was a hit was talking about our race doesn't or whatever power up by yelling. I just read a scientific article that shows that an animal's yell is directly proportional to their strength and dominance in the wild as well as with humans. So like if you see a deer do its yell or a lion or whatever, they test the strength and they said, yeah, yelling is actually dominance proportional. So I'm like, Dragon Ball's been validated by science.
Have you
So
ever
the
heard of
best
deer
yeller is the most powerful. And you look it up. It's in the
you and me, baby, ain't nothing but mammals.
What's that?
You and me, baby, ain't nothing but mammals.
Monica, do you have a food?
Yes, food.
Oh gosh, it has
Scone, not scones. What's the thing you like?
Oh gosh, macarons.
Macarons, yes.
I love macarons. Anything sweet. Give me some mochi. Maybe like a little bitty round dude named Mochi.
They're tiny.
Turkish delights would be good too. Lime, strawberry, lemon.
But then we'd have a problem with like Boo around.
Oh, that's true. Boo would be a problem. Beerus might be a problem.
Yeah.
He likes food.
Yeah.
I'm going to eat those creatures.
So in the Future Trunks arc, deals with time travel just like in Dragon Ball Z. So what would you do if you had the ability to go back in time?
Get that CPA my mom wanted me to.
Full circle.
I think I would start dating all over again. I've been married for a long time. Is that okay? Honey, is that okay if I go back in time and date people? It'll be before you.
Give me a heart attack.
Is that okay? I will take a vote. Okay, I'm not going to do it then. I will not go back in time and start dating again.
I go warn my previous self to not date certain women.
Oh, I would do that.
Of course, they probably do the same thing about me, but...
Yeah.
Same thing.
Or I would just warn myself to get out sooner. Get out sooner, yeah.
Do you guys
Maybe
need
2
to
months
talk
with
to
this one.
somebody?
I mean, you guys took it to a very personal level where I was going to be like, I want to go back in time and, shoot Adolf Hitler.
Personal life.
I would do that second.
Or, stop the
good
world
points.
war, stop hunger, stop something.
I thought they meant personally. I didn't know they meant globally. Yeah, we could do that. Of course, you have to
Anything
figure
like-
out how to get into the compound and
I'll figure it out.
Sounds like a really tough job.
yeah.
Although going back and dating all those girls I dated is a tough job too.
Yeah.
No, you got to get the almanac like Back to the Future and bet on all those sports. You take
That's
the
a good
almanac.
idea.
Yes.
I mean, there was. I I mean, Back to the Future really taught us the way to do this.
Very much so.
I feel like also, I'm gonna just maybe get somebody for both of you guys to talk to, like after this. Like just to work through.
We do need counseling.
Just work through like
Sonny and I talk all the
relationship
time.
stuff.
It's fine. We counsel each other.
Yeah.
And you can see what good it does. It doesn't.
It's just
We
a
just
loop.
encourage each other. It's just-
What about like, so you know, like as a kid, everybody has something where you're like, oh, I did this thing as a kid. I wish I could go back and change. If you had the power to do that,
Go back to change something in childhood?
or maybe something, maybe like something you did as a kid, or if you would, ooh, what would
I
you
don't
go back
think I
and
would
like?
touch anything from my past because I think you are
Yeah.
made up of who, of all of your experiences. And,
no.
and even the bad experiences, I think, tempered me.
special path.
Create who you are.
I'd like to go back to like my first anime gig ever when I didn't really understand what it was because I came from stage. Maybe like go back and do that now.
Oh yeah, there's
It'd be
that.
so much better.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can't think of a childhood thing. I thought you were talking about things you wanted, because when I was a kid, I wanted to fly or have a lightsaber, or the Force, or both. Because of Star Wars, I was born in '68, so Star Wars came, I was 10 years old. And I was like, okay, that's all I care about is having a... So I'd go back in time, I would have to go forward in time. I don't know, I'd like a lightsaber.
Put me down for a lightsaber too. I want a lightsaber.
At Taco Bell and get free burritos.
And if you're passing out the power of
Perfect
flight,
answer.
I would like that too.
Well, I guess, I mean, if you could travel through time, hopefully in the future.
Let me
There's
ask you,
lightsabers.
what would you change
Yeah.
from your childhood?
This
Being
is
on this
not
panel.
about me.
It is about you now.
In any,
This is coming from a
I would, I don't know.
See?
I like asking questions. I don't like answering them, I'm not gonna lie. So, next question. Moving on, I'll come back. If I think of something good, I'll share it with you guys. Upcoming Tournament of Power arc for the dub. Goku needs to assemble a team of 10 warriors to fight for Universe 7.
Right.
So basically, assemble your crew. If you could pick a
So
dream
far
team,
behind.
who would you pick?
For fighting in Universe 7, or going cross country?
Or just ascend to another universe.
Fight for Universe
Going
7.
on a burrito run with Sonny, like going on a beer run.
I'll let you answer. I'll let you
Which
answer.
run are we
both.
going on? I feel like
both.
other dream teams are.
Yeah, it depends on what the.
Where you're doing.
It depends on how dangerous the mission is. If it's
Yeah.
really dangerous and it's going to another universe, I'm going to put Donald Trump on there first. No, because I think he could help by leaving.
Sonny just
Sorry.
very political.
It's California. I think I'm safe.
Oh, you're safe in California. I would pick for my dream jumping Sonny and Monica and Chris and let's see who's my wild card. Lauren, yes, just because she raised her hand, but you got to buy all the snacks and Todd Havergorn, yeah, but that's not enough.
What are we doing?
I would
though?
go.
We're going on a road trip. I don't know.
That would be awesome.
Let's get a Winnebago.
So that's your real life.
I'm
people.
down with Winnebago. You know why I've always wanted a Winnebago? It's not because I'm becoming an old man. I've always wanted a Winnebago because if you go to dinner and you have your Winnebago with you and you spill something on your shirt, you say, I'm just going to Winnebago, change my shirt. That actually happened to me. Here's a funny story, real quick.
so specific.
I was coming back from house sitting a friend during St. Patrick's Day in New York, and I was on a subway, and there was lots of drunk people, and I'm sitting there, and the woman's hanging onto the pole above me, and she's standing there with her boyfriend. She looks really sick. I look up at her, I stop, and she pukes all over my pants. So here's the best part, though. I had my suitcase with me, so I stood up in front of everyone, and I took my pants off, wadded them up with the puke inside, got out a fresh pair of pants, and put them on, and sat back down. And I was like, the only day I got puked on, I had my whole suitcase with me. True story.
And in that moment,
And everybody in the subway clapped.
you wished you had a Winnebago.
And I wish I had a Winnebago because if you have a Winnebago, also, if you're not on a subway with your suitcase, the Winnebago has all your stuff in it. And so you've always got your stuff.
Did you
know,
sell
it's like a
Winnebagos?
turtle light.
No, I just always
At any
wanted one
point
since
in
I was a
life?
kid. Because you got all your stuff with you.
Is that what
If you get the Winnebago, I'll
Sure, we'll be
go.
with you at all times. You Prince, sure.
We'll just take a Winnebago tour across the country. That would be great.
Dude, we
Stop
gotta do
conventions.
it. Didn't you do that during the card game when you drove the Hummer?
Yeah, I drove that Hummer all over the country. That was a blast.
He drove this Dragon Ball Z Hummer across the country on the card game in the early 2000s. For the
Yeah,
card
I
game.
played people
Nice.
the Dragon Ball Z card game, and if they could beat me, they got a prize. And at first, that was very easy because it gave me a headache. But by the end of the tour, I could have gone pro.
Really?
I was cheating on myself all the time so they could win.
Really? That's impressive.
Yeah, but a Winnebago is a better idea. We need to do that.
We do Winnebago, man.
Yeah,
That'd be
you ready?
Kill each other by the end.
Monica, who's on your dream team?
I still can't get over the fact that you got puked on.
Yeah, I got puked on a sub. It's in New York, man. You're gonna get puked on. Like, I lived there for 10 years, man.
This panel took a turn.
Man, the kind of stuff I saw, it was. You've seen it all, and you lived in New York. Trust me.
Dream Team, I would say I love all my voice acting buddies on Dragon Ball, and I think that if we all got together, we could probably do anything, or at least we would think we could do anything.
And that's enough.
I would watch that show.
Great race
I would watch that show.
Yeah.
That'd be a good reality show, honestly.
Yeah.
It would be a ridiculous reality.
That would be cool.
I'd tune in.
Would you guys watch that show?
Yeah.
Let's make it happen, Funimation.
By the way, your panel was interesting. We're
We're gonna have a show where you guys are in Winnebago until you kill each other.
All right, we have about 25 minutes left, and I want to open it up for these guys to answer some questions.
That would be great.
So,
Do we have staff coming around the mic?
I see everyone moving. Hang on. We have a microphone here. Before you bolt out of your chairs, form a nice orderly line over here.
Yeah. And
Talk to Godswill. He's in the Funimation shirt. He's gonna come down the line and talk to you guys about what your questions are. Make sure you're not asking any whack, crazy questions that we can't answer. I mean, honestly, we can't answer things that haven't been announced, anything that hasn't been released. We can't give you any spoilers or
we're
anything
not going
like
to get
that.
through that line, but
I have to
if
say
you
that
want to get in line, you can.
God's Will is my favorite name.
God's
You can
will?
try.
Yeah.
God's Will. I mean, because it's such, you get interesting sentences from it. Talk to God's Will.
Oh yeah, God's will. Yeah. We also. It's a really good name.
What do you want to bet one of those people is a Winnebago salesman? Like just waiting at stations?
And he hands me $500. He's like, you did it. You sold Winnebagos.
So for our friends watching on Twitch, I apologize. I actually wish I had a chat up on my computer screen right now, and I don't. I'm sure that everyone at home has a bunch of questions as well, but get at us
If I had
on
known
Twitter.
if you were going to be on Twitch, I would have brought my Switch. You know, we could just watch me play whatever on my Switch. Yeah.
Thoughts for next year. Sound good?
Oh yeah, I
He's
can
got
play
a
some.
Switch.
I'm gonna play. I'm gonna get a Twitch channel going soon where I chronicle my training to defeat Christopher Sabat in my video game rematch with him. And it's gonna be chronicled online as soon as I get it all set up. And I'm
He
lazy
got
and I
destroyed.
haven't got it set up yet.
It wasn't even. It was sad.
I like the sound of
Like that
that.
idea?
I
Yes.
like the sound of that. Are we ready for our first question?
Yes, first question.
You good?
Looking
Okay.
like a good kid.
All right, Tim Meadows. There he is.
Thank you all for coming, everyone. I hope you all are going to get Chris Sabat a dead Yamcha Funko Pop at Comic-Con.
I think he already has one, maybe, or he's
They
scheming to get one.
I'm guessing they probably would have special shipped that to
I
him.
hope so.
I hope so, yes.
For Monica, does it surprise you at all that Vegeta turned out to be a pretty good husband and father?
Yes!
Maybe even better than Goku.
Yes!
Better than Goku.
That's what I'm talking about.
Wholeheartedly
Shots
agree.
fired.
It's really
Goku's a
hard.
terrible father.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna go train.
To be fair,
I don't even think they had sex.
alright, this way, diversion! Woo! I will say, I've known Seán and Chris about the same amount of time, like 20 years now. We've known each other the
Yeah,
same
about
amount of
20
time.
years, yeah.
So it's really hard for me to choose between the two because it's like you got your BFF and then you got your hubby. So it's like, which one do you pick? But at the same time, I have to say, Vegeta's a much better dad.
Oh
than
yeah.
you. But still not as good a dad as Piccolo.
I mean, Goku's smart.
Piccolo's a good dad.
Sorry, Vegeta, I love you, but
Krillin is
Still
not a good dad. If you name your daughter after your first girlfriend, what's wrong with you?
Wait, is that what he did? Wait, he
Yeah,
did.
his first girlfriend was Marin. It's spelled differently, but then his daughter's name was Marin. That's how you know Android 18 is an android.
Yeah.
Because no woman would appreciate that. No, honey, let's name it after my first girlfriend. She was really cool and hot.
They stole all my money.
Plus, there's the creepy factor of naming your daughter after your first girlfriend.
That's what Trump did.
Jesus.
This is why Sonny's my favorite improv buddy of all time. No offense, Monica. But he has a magic that we share.
She's like,
Next questions. Hi.
So for the cast, for Dragon Ball Z, there's been plenty of redubs like the Kai and Ultimate Uncut and even the original. As far back as the cast can remember, what have been their favorite moments and throughout those times?
Throughout the different versions of Z we've done for Kai and the original Z.
And Ultimate Uncut?
And okay. What do you think? I wanted to call you Bulma. I called you Bulma.
Well, Goku. What?
Tattoo of a tie. Can I go zip? And then your
It's the
flesh.
red string of fate.
Oh, I didn't know
The red
that.
string of
I thought it was a tie you tattooed on there that I could pull off and your flesh would unravel. I'm sorry, I got distracted. Well, because it's a tattoo with a tie. I was making a joke. It was. What's the question?
There's a lot of ADD in our field.
Yes, a lot of ADD. Oh, stuff we remember from the show that we like from the other.
Yeah,
okay.
Favorite moments.
You guys go first. There's so much. I mean, like one thing that I can remember that. So in Z, right? There's a whole bunch of time spent on Namek,
Yeah.
right? So one of my favorite things is when we did the the trivia questions for Resurrection F, right?
Oh, yeah.
And they're asking me all those questions about Frieza, and I'm like, you guys, I wasn't around. I was on Namek. And they still ask me all these questions, so I feel like that was so ridiculous because the whole interview, I'm like, maybe this is.
Well,
More believable when you squeak. What do you like, Sonny?
I liked the chance to go back to it because we were very green when we started out.
Yeah.
So much more experience by the time Kai came around.
Oh yeah.
So that we could actually give it a lot more. But also, Chris had let me direct Krillin in Kai, so I'd go in and direct
You directed
myself.
yourself?
And that was really cool. And one of my favorite scenes was when he had to tell Bulma that Goku is dead, and he's like rehearsing outside. Goku is dead. No, that's not good. Honey? No, not honey. Hey, Bulma, what's up? It's like.
I remember that. That was fantastic.
And then a lot of people told me that was their favorite episode. I went, oh, thank you. I directed that one.
That is awesome. I love the driving episode, the license.
Yes.
I love that. And then I'm trying to remember Kai. Well, they would have edited that out in Kai. I can't think of it in Kai. And the new. We're talking about the new series also, right? Because there's a lot of stuff.
Just,
in
yeah,
in
some
general.
of the like the.
Oh, well, I loved the Goku King Kai scene where in Battle of Gods where I introduced De Beers for the first time. That whole scene was really fun for me. Having to play two guys and try to make it sound like it's two different people talking. I think that was fun. Yeah, and Resurrection F was astounding also. Those are my two favorite things probably of all of it. Is Battle of Gods and Resurrection F, yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah.
Good question. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, you guys are amazing. I have a question. I know that all of you guys are actors and you were trained on the stage, and all of us age. You guys have been doing this for so many decades. I love you.
Long time.
Have you ever?
Hey, Kamehameha, baby. Hey, Goku, remember when you had teeth?
I just want to say I insisted Sonny was on this panel, and you're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Sorry. You broke her. I was just wondering, have you guys ever been like nervous or scared about your voices changing to the point where it would affect like your characterization?
I was way past puberty by the time I got the part. No, I'm kidding. I get your point. No, I get vocally. Your voice can change as you get in your 40s, especially, and oftentimes opera singers don't really mature until they're in their 40s. And I'm like I said, I'll be 50 this year, so I was concerned as I got a little bit older. And it has been a little bit more difficult to recover from screaming and stuff, but it's still it's still fine.
And thank God the characters actually age.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do age, so that helps.
But yeah, if you do a lot of warm-up exercises and
Yeah.
things like that, you can maintain your voice for a long time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think I've worried about it, but not so much for Dragon Ball because Bulma is in a much more comfortable range. But I play a lot of like really little girls and stuff, and so I always worry that one day I'm gonna wake up and like be a grown woman.
What will I do with my life when all I can do is this?
That's one of my favorite voices she does. It's funny. Sorry, it's one of my favorite Monica voices.
Well, I play Usopp as well on One Piece. I did it for applause. But it's like Krillin talks like this, right? Well, Usopp talks like that with a hitch in his voice. And that hitch hurts. And he also screams every line he says. And Mike McFarlane, whenever he directs me and I have to scream a lot, he goes, "Oh, there's another year of your career gone."
I lost my voice on a video game once where I had to talk like this for 14 hours. And I went to a Chinese herbal doctor and he put a bunch of needles in my head and gave me a bunch of herbs and it helped. But I permanently damaged. It was first Black Doom and Shadow the Hedgehog is where I lost my voice on that.
That's
What did he do for your voice?
yeah, that sounded familiar.
Well, he put a bunch of 2.5-inch needles in my head, and then he gave me a bunch of herbs, and I did a bunch of acupuncture.
Did it work?
They were really, it did help a lot. Yeah, it was just really hardcore acupuncture. It was painful.
I
but
try it just for the fun of it.
I enjoyed it.
All right, next question.
big fan. I've been actually watching the show since I was a little girl because my dad.
Awesome. Thank you.
He actually got me into it. But my main question was, how did you guys feel about the first arc basically revolving around instant noodles to go to Beerus?
Oh my god. You mean like the whole episode with like Whis and Bulma trying to like kind of win him over with food and then the whole ramen debacle?
Yes. Yeah.
That was awesome because Chris Sabat and who plays Vegeta, and Ian Sinclair, who plays Whis, and I are really good friends, and we like to go out to dinner a lot.
And he's Ian Sinclair's a food snob. He's a foodie.
He's a total foodie.
He ranks his ramen in places he's had it in the world.
Oh gosh, yes. So,
it's like my top 5 are London, Australia.
but there's a reason he plays Whis so well, and it's because he knows what he's talking about. But I loved being able to have that whole episode with these two guys who I've seen be complete and utter food snobs, and then it's all about ramen, instant ramen. I was like, that's fabulous.
Ian introduced me to Daikokuya, which I had yesterday, by the way, which is the bomb if you want some amazing ramen locally. Best ramen! That's the best ramen attack! No. Are you next for a question? Yes. Could you please? Yes, thank you.
That would be a good Dragon Ball team as well. They're named after different types of ramen.
Oh yeah.
Like shrimp, chicken, vegetarian
ramen.
Sorry. Oh, hi. Just want to say I love you all. Especially my Mexican dad. He loves all of you. Been watching it since he oh, this is for Monica. Have you ever done the power-up voice in Bulma's voice?
Just for fun?
I have actually been very lucky that I do yell a lot, right? So there's a lot of yelling, especially in Super, which I find hilarious because now whenever Bulma yells, before it was just like, she's yelling. Now it's like, which makes me very happy. But no, I've never had to do any crazy power-ups. There is a lot of yelling, though. I will say she is not... I don't have to do the Kamehameha.
3 minutes of powering up.
Yeah, thank goodness.
Could you do that right now?
Could I do that?
Kamehameha.
I just want to hear it.
This is my moment. I've been waiting to fight you guys. This is so exciting.
Come on, Bulma, we need you. Let's do it. Add your power to ours.
All right.
Stand up.
Ready? Get your fists on your, yeah.
She's over 9,000.
Now do that several hundred times over 20 years and call me.
But it's like free therapy. I feel so happy right now.
It's good. It's good to let it out.
Thank you, Monica. Thank you for your question. That was great. Next question, please.
Hi, thank you guys for coming out. First off, Monica, that was awesome.
Yes, it was.
Second, my question is for all of you. If Beerus ever kicked the bucket for one reason or another, who would you like to see take over the role as the next god of destruction and why?
I am curious if Whis and Beerus are not grooming Goku and Vegeta to be the gods of destruction and creation, respectively. I'm not sure, but it seems that way. But I don't know what's going to happen.
Hercule.
You know?
Yeah, I think you're right.
I want to see Hercule.
Eventually.
Yes, yeah.
Why are they interested in training them? Why? Right. They never said why they're training them. Did they? Did they? I don't know. I haven't looked ahead.
Really?
They haven't said why they're training him. Beerus just had a dream about Goku in the movies. He's like, I gotta fight this powerful Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan God. Something like that.
That would be a cool direction.
I think that now that Vegeta's softening up a little bit and we get to see his softer side, that I could believe him as a god of destruction because he'd actually think about it before he destroys.
Yeah.
Whereas before, like back in the guys.
Hey, Goku's just the accidental god of destruction.
Sorry, I broke it. Oops. Okay, bye. Watch my kids.
That's how he rolls.
Here, Goku, you get work on that.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Next.
All right, hi. Yeah, thank you guys for all that you do, especially you, Seán, for tearing up your voice almost like every single season.
Yes.
Every episode. My question for you, Seán, is what was the most enjoyable parts of playing a hero and playing a villain?
You talking about Goku Black, etc.?
Yeah.
Because I thought you were talking about just Goku. Because he's like a hero, but he blew up King Kai's planet, left his kids behind. He's like, I'm leaving Earth because everybody wants to kill me.
Well, a hero by accident, I guess you could say.
True, it is by accident. I played some decent villains in previous shows, not on Dragon Ball, that I've enjoyed, but it was definitely very cathartic and and to work on it and my main concern was when we were having Goku fight Goku Black is that it really felt like two halves of a coin. Still Goku-y enough, and and it still had the fight reaction. And there are some moments where, you'll hear Goku Black do some very. I was trying to do these very. I hate to use the word, but it was like lusty attacks because he really relishes the evil. So it's not just a normal. It's more of a. So when you hear Goku's heroic attacks, even the attacks, I wanted to be different, so that it feels like two different people, but yet the same. It was a very difficult but enjoyable process for me, especially considering I was chasing the actor who played Zamasu's accent around. So I was trying to work on that too, but I think it turned out great, and I'm thrilled with the result. And it was definitely, after 20 years of playing the hero, being able to be nasty for once was, because I don't even have any ancillary characters. Chris plays like 20 characters. I got a good character, another good character, and a kind of good character he's just good, that got absorbed by Piccolo, because I played Nail also, but that's all I do on Dragon Ball, so it was definitely I love the comedic moments also, I think. That's another reason I like playing the hero though. But yeah, the other part was cathartic, for sure. If that answers the question.
Thank you. You're rock, Seán.
Thank you. I know I ran a little bit there, sorry.
It's Veku. Veku!
Love that cosplay, man.
Thank you. Big fan. Thank you for coming out. My question is, if you could replace one move in your whole moveset with another one, what would it be? Like, for example, Destructor Disc with Dynamite Kick.
No, if I could I wouldn't change his moves. I would change the way he uses them. I think Dragon Ball Z would be a very short series if Krillin just said, Solar Flare, followed by Destructo Disc. Everybody's dead, right away.
And I would like to change my character's moves to where they actually work. Meaning, he does a Kamehameha, or does a Spirit Bomb, and it hits the target, or the Kamehameha, like he does Kamehameha, instant transmission, Ha on cell, didn't work. Like, I would like that to work, and it's like, okay, end of the episode, we're good. All right, done.
Yeah, and also, if I was Krillin, I would spend more time practicing aiming the Destructo Disc.
Yes.
I would just be out every day. Destructo Disc! Destructo Disc!
He gets a pizza delivery job to practice.
Keeps his arm loose. Destructo Disc delivery! Just open your door, I'll put it right on the table.
You end up killing half your customers because you throw the pizza too hard.
Sorry, I'm training. Sorry, ma'am, I'm training.
And they got pizza inside their guts. Oh man, where am I going with this? Okay, I'm out of control. Okay. I didn't get enough sleep last night, I don't think. Well, you didn't get enough sleep. Okay. Because you're the one who flew in this morning.
I love this.
I don't have any attacks, but I feel like you were itching to.
I would love to steal some Gallic gun. That'd be awesome to be able to do that myself, but I don't know that that's gonna happen.
What new tech would you invent, since that's your shtick? What kind of tech would Bulma invent?
I mean, here's the thing though, we don't know what she has invented because she keeps it all secret
She keeps
to herself,
absconding the secrets from Dad.
Yeah, she's like, I'm just gonna hide this away until we need it. I don't know. I think that I want my suit. I want to be able to fight you guys.
Yeah, the Iron Man suit. That would be great.
I think it'd be super
Iron
fun.
Man suit would be amazing.
Yeah. Just to make
Some fan artists get that done. That would be awesome to see that.
Thank you for the question.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Jorge from Reality Changers, and this question is for Seán. Seán, you've been playing Goku for a long time.
Hundreds of years. Thomas Edison first recorded us back in.
No, I think of Goku. I think of he's always been a very innocent character. He's very dumb, naive, but he always somehow saves the world in a very.
You're really old, dumb, and naive.
But
actually, you not follow where he's going.
Like me, yeah.
But he's so innocent. But I'm just curious.
He's funny looking. He's funny looking.
What are your thoughts on his character development, especially now in Dragon Ball Super? What do you think has been happening? Is he getting dumber, more naive? I just noticed.
I think he's getting more.
I noticed the difference between the Japanese, and then the dub, and I'm like, dude, he sounds really dumb sometimes in English. And I'm just trying to understand why are they still putting him in that.
You sound dumb in English.
You're not dumb. You're not dumb. I love you, but I'm sometimes like, dude, Goku needs to grow up. He really does. But
I have no, it doesn't bother me at all. Because I think Goku can be kind of dumb, but I also think he's gaslighting everyone. But because there's a couple of times where he'll seem stupid, but then like even with the Cell Saga, he was playing Cell. He had Gohan as a pocket, like as a wild card in his back pocket the whole time, and kept that under wraps. So you can't be a total idiot and go, okay, I figured out Gohan's going to be the one to do it. I'm not telling anybody, and was able to keep. So that's a smart strategic move, and he will do clever. I think he's so. I interpret the
Gohan would have died if it wasn't for Vegeta.
Beginner's mind concept. So he's always in a state of childlike. That's why it's important to me that he only, and I don't control the writing, so I just do the best I can to interpret the character from the script. But to me, if he did grow up and join the rest of them, it would ruin it, because I think what's beautiful about Goku is he's constantly the master of knowing nothing, the beginner's mind, and it's based on the Monkey King and the Great Journey West. So it has to have that, and you see the other characters change around him, and sometimes I'll catch a line they've kind of written it Vegeta style, and I'm like, hey, I don't know that Goku would go in this direction. He's not a macho Saiyan pride guy. Is there strong fighters around? That's awesome. Let's go do that. Like, he wants to fight the strongest no matter what. And
he's a kid. He's a
kid at
heart.
Well,
he's like in a Zen state the entire time.
Yeah, he doesn't even get tripped up by the fact that he's meeting the whole god of the universe and might ruin Zeno.
Yeah.
He doesn't care. He's like, it'll be fine. He's in this state of constant enlightenment. And when you're in that state, there's not a lot of changing, because you've transcended anything. If you've ever read any Buddhist monk scriptures, they're just like they're growing, but they're in the, once they've achieved enlightenment, there's this constant maintaining of it. But they're in this state, and so I've interpreted the character that way based on all the research I've been able to get my hands on, reading Akira Toriyama interviews, et cetera, and trying to figure out more, reading the manga, etc. So I'm trying to understand. People get frustrated with that, and I feel a lot of pulls and pushes from different people to go that way. But I look at the big picture and go, if he starts acting like Vegeta or changing or I don't know, having normal human attachments, even though he's a Saiyan, I think it would ruin the character in the show. He's got to stay. And when you see it, to me, it's graphically represented when he's gone a long time and he shows up and everybody's going, oh, Goku's back. I don't think they're awed at how awesome he is. I think he's just this character that is in the embodiment of this state that everyone's in awe of. So that's kind of the way I interpret it. But I feel like you were going somewhere with this as a point. You're trying to say comparative to the Japanese, or that I'm just dumb, or what? I mean, I am.
No, I just noticed the difference between the Japanese version and the English dub, and I'm just trying to understand how is there a difference, in the character development that you seem like.
I can be very clear that I do not, they're doing their own thing, and I don't look at any. I was an ADR director for 3 years, and I never looked at the source material as necessarily the gold standard per se, because I'm recording a show and writing a show for a different audience that speaks a different language with a different culture. So as far as getting that emotional content right, that's really important to me. But it's not necessarily always going to be exactly like how they did in Japan, and it's not the same. I've heard French Goku, I've heard German Goku, I've heard all the different ones, and I've seen lots of different, and it has a different feel, but intrinsically all yet the same kind of spirit, so it kind of works in that way. So I want to be clear that when I go into work on the show, I'm not thinking, I didn't even hear Masuku-Nozawa's voice until we worked on the first video game, because we didn't get source materials from Japan, we got them from Mexico, and so I was listening to it. That's all. I don't speak Spanish. What did I say just now? I spoke fake Spanish. Monica speaks Spanish. That was my fake Spanish. I didn't offend you, did I? I don't want to offend anybody with my fake Spanish, but I think it's pretty funny.
I speak Spanish, so you didn't offend me.
What's that?
I speak Spanish, but you didn't.
Okay, good. I couldn't tell, but.
Generally a very chill kind of people.
Yeah. Oh, good. I've heard that. No. I've heard the Spanish are chill. No, so I hope that helps you, and I'm really coming from a place on how I've gathered the data, and I think Sonny's the same way, and Monica. I think the whole cast, we look at it that way, and we hope we're preserving the spirit and meaning of the storyline and the mechanics, but adding some flavor that
it is very important
American
to keep to the same
like.
intention, but at the same time we bring elements of ourselves to it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it wouldn't seem real to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it wouldn't work that way, but that's that's how we do it.
Thank you so much. Thank
you.
you.
Good question, man. Yeah.
Thank you. So we have about 4 minutes. So we're gonna.
Do we want to do a fast one? We got 4 minutes. We can
rapid fire questions.
Can we do a lightning round?
Lightning round.
Here's my question for the whole cast.
Go.
How do you feel about doing the characters, and did you think they'll have a big impact before you did it?
Great and no.
Great and no.
Yes and awesome and yes.
Get out.
Wild card. Next. But I am astounded by the impact. I see it in pop culture all the time. It's amazing. Go ahead.
Okay, question for Seán. When Goku hooks up with his wife, how does he not break her in half?
moderate.
Goku was Cosby by Chi-Chi, so he doesn't know he's had sex with her. That's she stole in the night.
Lightning round.
Okay, after offering on a straight.
Yes! That was a beautiful question.
This panel just went PG-17.
This panel just went.
Big fan of you guys, especially Seán. Goku's my favorite character.
Thank you.
Wanted to ask you guys, if Goku assembled the Infinity Gauntlet, how do you think he would use it?
Oh my god.
Yes!
Who's the strongest in the universe, and can I fight him? I actually haven't seen Infinity War yet. I need to see it. Sorry.
Oh, dude,
I know.
see it.
You know what's so funny is the reason I haven't seen it is because everybody's bugging me to see it. So now I'm not going to see it further because the audience went. I didn't watch Breaking Bad for like 10 years almost, and now I've seen it and I love it. But I'm like, I'm not going to watch it. You got to see it. No, I don't have to see it. Maybe I can wait so I don't.
Is it still showing?
I think so. On planes. I've seen it on planes, and I don't watch it. I watch something else.
You can watch it on a plane. It's
I'm sure it's great. Yeah, that was on the plane. I think.
Yeah, but it's that big.
Well, yeah.
All right, rapid fire. Next question.
Next question.
Hello, I'm short. Okay.
Hi, short.
If you had to pick a new color of Super Saiyan and you got to just design it however you wanted.
Color?
Fuchsia.
Yeah.
No, I want the rainbow wig that the guy wears in the football games.
Oh, yeah.
Football games with John 3:16, the rainbow guy from the 70s. The Super Saiyan rainbow!
There are pictures of that.
Oh, really?
Awesome.
Oh, I gotta see
That's
that.
awesome.
great.
Good question. Next.
Hi. I figured this is going to be very expected, so I really don't care, but I want to hear it myself. I know there's a person named Saitama from One Punch Man. I'm sure you've heard of him. Who would win, Goku or Saitama?
Well, here's the thing. I think Krillin would. I just got
You can probably do about
I get the Goku Superman thing. What's that?
Well, let's talk about power scales here for a minute.
Well, yeah, based on the Scoville scale of hotness for peppers. Because there's a Scoville scale of hotness for peppers and power-up levels on the internet, and it's great. Like, ghost peppers are just like Frieza level or some shit, I don't know. But there's Scoville scale of hotness with peppers, with power levels.
Well, Saitama, I mean, he doesn't fight as powerful of beings, or has he yet?
Well, here's the thing. Actually, here's the thing with Saitama. In the first season of One Punch Man, it is intimated that possibly Saitama gets his power from a god-like source. I noticed that in one of the episodes. And Goku is now in a god mode. So when people ask me Goku versus Superman, I'm like, he's a god mode, Goku. If it's Goku versus Saitama, it says, until they establish that Saitama has some kind of god power, and what that is, Goku. So I'm going with that.
There you go, kids.
We have 30 seconds left. I'm afraid this is probably our last question. Thank you all. I'm sorry. It's the
Sorry,
final question.
You people in the back have no hope.
Let the poor man ask. If you could bring back any bad guy from any Dragon Ball thing into the Tournament of Power and put him in your team, who would it be?
Cell.
Yes!
The entire planet Vegeta.
The entire planet Vegeta.
Push that back.
Warlock comes back. That'd be awesome.
Why not?
No one's gonna bring back Broly.
Seller, or I liked Boo when he was angry. I liked Boo when he was an angry guy.
All right.
Good question.
That was a very good question. Thank you all for waiting in line. I appreciate it.
You guys are amazing.
Thank you all for joining us, and thank you,
You guys
to
are
our
wonderful,
cast.
beautiful. Thank you for all the support over the years.
Have a wonderful weekend. Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Lord.
Thanks.
See? That was beautiful. I know. Wait till they go behind.